Hi guys, this is Auntie Di again. I'm sitting at my dining room table because I can't be with you in a Sunday school classroom, and I'm really sorry about that. And for that matter, we haven't even been able to set up our new Sunday school classroom because we're not allowed to go to the church even. But the one good thing is that God is everywhere. So He is with me here at my dining room table, and He's with you in your homes while you're watching me talk to you. Even though I'm talking to Uncle Peter's phone, which is not terribly exciting, it doesn't give me hugs the way that you normally give me hugs. But I guess I'll just have to wait for that. As soon as I can see you again, you're going to have to give me hug after hug after hug because I'm missing them so much. Anyway, today we're going to revise one of the Beatitudes, and this one is, "Blessed are those who hunger and thirst after righteousness, for they shall be satisfied." Now, this sounds like a whole lot of big words that we don't understand, but they are fairly simple. You know what hunger and thirst is? Because we all get hungry and thirsty. I'm sure you understand that. But righteousness means right with God. That's not hard. It means right with God. Satisfied means that we are filled. That means that we're not going to keep on going and getting more stuff. It means that we have enough and we can survive. Okay, so let's think about this. You're running around outside, you're playing, you suddenly realize that you're hot and thirsty. So what do? You come inside, and now you decide, well, I'm going to eat something. So you've got two options. Either you run inside and you grab yourself a packet of chips and a Coke, and you go outside and you munch on the chips and you drink your Coke and you carry on playing. I can tell you that it's not going to take you very long before you're back inside because you're thirsty and hungry again. So then you grab yourself a biscuit and you run outside and you play a bit more and you're hungry and thirsty, and you're back again and you grab a banana and off you go again, and you come back and you get a glass of water because now you're still not satisfied. And by the time it gets to supper time, because you've been eating junk all afternoon, you don't eat a proper plate of food because you're only half full and you're only half hungry. So you eat part of your food and you don't eat a full plate of food. And then at 8 o'clock before you go to bed, you're like, "Ma, I need something to eat before I go to bed." So the whole day is messed up and you don't eat properly the whole day. Alternatively, you can come inside and you can make yourself a proper sandwich. Whole wheat bread. You take a slice of cheese, some nice tomato, maybe some lettuce, some mayonnaise. You make yourself a proper sandwich. You have yourself a banana. You have a glass of milk or a glass of juice. You sit down, you eat the whole meal, you complete your meal, you drink your juice, and you go outside and play again. That's probably enough food to keep you going until supper time, which means that you have satisfied your hunger, you've satisfied your thirst, and you can stay full until supper time. Okay, that is the idea that this verse is telling us. It is telling us that if we do what God asks us to do and we keep our eyes focused on the Lord, we will be satisfied. Okay. Now, this does not mean that we can't live in the world and enjoy the things in the world. But it does mean that we cannot be completely focused on everything in the world. It means that we need to balance what we do. We can't only be focused on the world. It's also not telling us that we must only be focused on God. But it is saying that God must be more important than the world. There's a verse in Jeremiah that explains this to us. Chapter 2 in Jeremiah, verse 13. For my people have committed 2 sins. They have forsaken me, the fountain of living waters, and hewed out cisterns for themselves, broken cisterns that can hold no water. Okay, let me explain this to you. My people have committed 2 sins. They have forsaken me, that means they have turned away from me, the fountain of living water. God is the living water, okay? They've hewed out cisterns for themselves. The cisterns are like wells. So what they've done, they've dug wells for themselves. And a well means that the water comes up, so they are now drinking water out of these wells. That water is not living water. That is just water from the ground. And because it's not living water, it cannot sustain them. So they are forever thirsty. And they keep on going back and drinking the same water over and over again because it is not enough. And on top of that, the wells keep on breaking. So it says they are broken wells that can hold no water. So not only is it not enough water, but it's broken, and they have to keep on digging new water, new wells, to get new water. So you see, if you don't focus on God, you have to keep on looking for new things to satisfy yourself. You cannot be satisfied without God. So let me give you an example of this. I have 3 storybooks here, okay? And I'm sure some of you, your mom's read some of these to you, and some of them you've actually watched the movies as well. And they're not bad movies, and they're not bad stories. And there's no problem if your mom has read them to you. You've probably enjoyed them. And I don't mind, and I'm sure your parents don't mind if you read these. So I have no problem with that. But if that's all you've read and that's all you've enjoyed, then that is a problem. I have 3 other books here, okay? These are stories and things that tell us about Jesus and God, okay? So I hope you've read books similar to this as well, that your mom and dad have read to you, okay? These are better books for you to read. That balances out the 3 that are over there, okay? So this is a good thing to do. But most of all, I want you to know this is the most important book that I want you to read, because this is the book that is going to give you the living water, okay? This is the one that is going to fill you. This is the one that will satisfy you. This is the righteousness that God is asking you to fill yourself with. Okay. You can't read only this. I understand that. And there's nothing wrong with the other things. Okay. But if you are not doing this, you cannot be satisfied. And I'm going to show you what happens if you're only focusing on the worldly stuff. This is what happens. You will never, ever, ever be satisfied, because everything runs out, and you will continuously run after things, because you will never, ever have enough. But if you follow what God has asked you to do, and you fill yourself with godly things, you just get more and more full. And watch, it overflows. And that way you can share what God has given you with the people around you. You can show Christ to the world, and you can influence them in a godly manner. And that is the most important thing. So please remember, godliness is what we are looking for. Fill yourself with the things of the Lord, and then you will be satisfied. We love you, we miss you, and we are looking forward to seeing you soon. Bye.